Now it's time for us to remember the characters who left our sets in 2009, going off to TV heaven, or in some cases the other direction.
True. Whether we loved them or loved to hate them, there were some big losses this year. So let's look back at those who are dearly departed.
Need an ambulance at 410 Willis, apartment 5C. 28-year-old male, single gunshot wound to the right temple.
Do this, Jack. Find out who Jim was working with.
You can sit back out!
Don't go. Just because you have done everything that you've promised, please don't leave me.
Was there no God?
Vicky!
From shocking deaths to dark storylines, it's time to tackle the characters dealing with a dependence on drugs. Here are the best addiction storylines of 2009. Number 3. Rescue Me's resident alcoholic Tommy Gavin hopped off the wagon and dragged several members of his family along with him.
But I want to thank you for getting me drinking again. For the first time in years, I feel like I got nothing to hide.
When Tommy Gavin falls off the wagon, he doesn't just fall off the wagon. He falls off the wagon, he bounces down the street, and he takes out a school bus. I mean, this guy is collateral damage personified.
How we get out of here? Go find me. Can't forget. He's so serious. Yeah, go in there.
Number 2. For years, Dr. House said no to rehab. In season 6, the cranky Vicodin-loving medicine man finally said yes.
And I know you're not supposed to root for addict, but I don't want him to get clean.
It was fun. Anytime you watch House where he's not on top, where he's not in charge, is great. He's a good addict. I encourage him to take more drugs.
But just because House is off the pills doesn't mean he'll go soft on us.
He's still House, and he's still the one who's like, that's wrong. Like, he still has horrible people skills, and he still is that, crazy genius.
And at number 1,
my favorite addict is definitely Nurse Jackie.
So she's having an affair with the hospital's pharmacist in order to get the drugs that she needs to survive the back pain.
Jackie just goes in and says, my back kind of hurts, and they have sex. And he says, does it still hurt? She's like, mm-hmm.
I think it's surprising how much she's able to get done, even though she is so flawed. Love you.
Love you too.
Sometimes two characters are so perfect for each other, they don't realize it, but fans certainly do. Here are the top 3 couples who should be together.
Number 3, Special Agents Ziva David and Tony DiNozzo on CBS's NCIS. Fans have dubbed them Tiva.
They want to see DiNozzo mezzing with Ziva. They want to see the characters and they want to see their relationships evolve.
Well, not all fans do.
Half the fans who watch NCIS want Ziva and Tony together, right? And half of them don't. But you cannot deny the chemistry that these two have together.
Number 2, the super couple simply known as Huddy from Fox's House. From the beginning, House and Cuddy were just as likely to clash as to kiss.
House and Cuddy are the couple on TV that I think should be together, but probably never will, because House is a lunatic
It's Sam and Diane with a little bit of addiction.
There is a kind of pleasure also in the game of the two smart people trying to outwit each other and trying to get the upper hand the whole time.
We want them to be together as an item. It's about time. Please make it happen.
And at number 1, the sexy, smart, and witty duo known as Bones and Booth from Fox's Bones.
The big thing with Bones has always been the will they won't they with Bones and Booth.
You are pregnant?
Well, we got together last season, but it was an alternate reality, and that kind of, I know people are disappointed by that, but it changes our relationship.
It's not a matter of if they're going to get together, it's more a matter of when they're going to get together.
I don't see, the show, us going off in other romances. I just don't like that. It doesn't work for me.
Many TV characters passed away in 2009, but none were more startling than the following 3 in our most shocking death category.
Number 3.
The most shocking death was definitely Dr. Lawrence on House.
In April, fans were stunned by the suicide of Lawrence Kuttner on Fox's House.
There was no indication that there was something so wrong in his life that he would choose to end it.
But I can tell you in real life why Kal Penn left the show. It's because he went to work in the Obama White House.
When Obama calls, isn't that the same as Jesus calling you home?
Number 2. Sydney is murdered on the CW's Melrose Place.
I was thrilled when they announced they were bringing back Laura Leighton. It was like her Sydney was so deliciously bad.
But in the first 15 minutes of the first episode, she gets murdered and ends up face down in a pool.
That was like holy crap moment of television. CW got the moment that they wanted.
She got to die in the infamous Melrose Place pool. And I think if you've got to be killed and murdered brutally, wouldn't you want to do it in that pool?
Number 1. Edie Britt is electrocuted on ABC's Desperate Housewives.
It's a death that would only happen on Desperate Housewives. She ran into a telephone pole. The telephone pole falls. We think she's fine.
No, they have to carry the drama a step further.
Literally the most shocking death. She drives her car into a telephone pole and she steps in a puddle of water and it's like, goodbye, Edie.